Everybody, welcome to Malt Muser Whiskey Reviews. I am Eric. Up on the bar for today, Aberlour Alba. This is a cask strength Scotch whiskey, single malt from the Speyside region. As always, nose taste finish review. This whiskey is coming your way. I'll tell you a bit about the value, give you my final thoughts, final score, leave you with the malt musing. But first, if you've yet to take a second, smash that subscribe button wherever it is. Make sure you don't miss these reviews. They drop every Friday here on YouTube. Also do a Tuesday happy hour every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Join us for Tasty Tuesday. Aberlour Distillery, located in the Speyside region, as I just mentioned. Traditionally known as a sherry whiskey distillery. The Aberlour, which is their cask strength sherry whiskey, is probably one of the more famous batch releases that they do. What we're looking at here is the Aberlour Alba, and this is a little bit of a different take. So Aberlour means original in Scots Gaelic. Alba comes from the, in part from the scientific name for American white oak. So it actually means white. So it's original white. This is completely matured in bourbon oak barrels. It does not say where those barrels are sourced from, but some bourbon distillery in the United States. This one in particular, this is the first batch. They're going to be likely doing batches of this, similar to what they do with the regular Aberlour sherry cask strength whiskey. This is a non-age statement whiskey bottled at 57.1%. This is batch one, and it is non-chill filtered, which they mentioned right on here. Here is a look at the bottle itself. This is a little bit of their newer branding introduced last year. And it doesn't say anything about natural color, so we can assume that they have added color to this. And yeah, so 57.1 cask strength, all oak barrel matured, bourbon oak, and non-chill filtered. Let's get this in the glass and see what we're working with here. All right. That is the color. And I got my finger smudge on there a little bit, but it's a rather light straw gold. Going in on the nose, citric, sharp, a little bit woody, a lot of vanilla. So I'm getting some kind of lemon right here, almost like a lemon meringue. There's kind of a yellow cake with vanilla frosting thing going on. Bit of oak spice in the background, but mild. This is more on the sweet side. It's got a bit of a bite, as expected, cask strength. Maybe even just a little herbal. All in all, pretty sweet, pretty soft, but it does have that little bite in the background. A lot of vanilla coming up here, and nutmeg and ginger or cinnamon. All right, let's give this a taste and eat. Slaunch. It arrives pretty viscous, soft on the palate. Aberlour tends to be a lighter whiskey. Even at cask strength, some of that elegance is coming through here. A lot of vanilla, butterscotch, nutmeg. Man, almost like eggnog in a way. Then you get this really heavy bite coming from oak cask. It's got a little bit of dark chocolate in it. It's got a little bit of coffee note in it. Tannic drying as it goes into a medium long finish. You're left with a little bit of an herbal note, a bit of dark chocolate, a lot of vanilla. And honestly, a bit of a bitterness, which I can't quite tell if it's from the oak or just from the youth of this whiskey. We'll do one more sip and eat, and then we'll put some water on it. A little more of fruit now in the second taste. Almost like a very sweet apple cinnamon note. Definitely vanilla, definitely butterscotch. And there's that tannic bitterness in the back that's really kind of, it's I think it's more of a statement of its youth. It's just a bit sharp, almost like a slight grapefruit note. Let's give this a little bit of water. A couple drops on here, doing about 3 drops. Let's see what else we get out of this glass. Wow. The water has changed this. Earthier, still vanilla, dominant vanilla, light bourbon notes, a little bit of cinnamon, bit of oak. But that citrus is there. There's this citrus note, lemon, and it is very much lemon. Yeah, apple, lemon, vanilla. Interesting. Winston, the whiskey cat, is being disruptive. Come on out, buddy. Come check this whiskey out. All right, here we go. What do you think? I do like what water's doing to this. Tampering down a little bit on that bitter note, which I found a little bit off-putting. Creamier now, still showing some youth. Again, lighter on the palate, but you get into this finish a bit quick. Again, it's drying, it's tannic. You're almost getting a bit of a chocolate-covered espresso bean, which is quite nice. Dark chocolate, the vanilla still there. That apple cinnamon thing hanging around in the background. Okay, so let's talk value. A bottle of the Aberlour Alba. Not exactly an exclusive whiskey. They do these in batches. However, how many they do in each batch, they do not say. So this is something you can find pretty readily in any liquor store here in the United States in the beginning here of 2022. I believe they are on batch 2, if not batch 3 by now. I'm not sure. But no matter what, if you come across this, you're looking at spending around $80 to $85, which for a bourbon matured, cask strength, non-age statement whiskey kind of is par for the course these days. So I'm going to give this medium value. This is right about where a lot of other distilleries kind of non-age statement cask strength whiskeys fall. So we'll go medium value here. Okay, final thoughts. So Aberlour Alba. As I mentioned earlier, this is a very much sherry forward Speyside distillery. This is whiskey, very interesting. Definitely a different take. It does have some of that characteristic kind of lighter Aberlour style, but of course, coming in at cask strength, you're getting a significant amount of punch with it nonetheless. Between this and the regular Abuna, which is the cask strength first Oloroso sherry, I think the Oloroso sherry is a no-brainer. They're clearly trying to do something different here. I commend them for that. I do like the non-chill filtration, but I really do think there's a lot of bourbon cask whiskeys that are just a bit more developed than this one. This is a little bit rougher on the edges, not quite giving exactly what I would want in terms of just an overall experience. It's a bit edgy, a little bit too drying and spicy with that bitter note that you're getting. It's not as much the spice as the bitterness, which I think is taking away from this quite a bit. Other than that, it's nothing special. I think if you've had a bourbon cask matured cask strength single malt Scotch from Speyside or even Highlands, you've had this taste before, so it's pretty run of the mill on that. And at that price, it is a normal standard price, but I just think that a little bit more time on this, maybe some of the subsequent batches will be better. But all in all, not very impressed. Not something I'm going to reach for very often, and something that I think is maybe teetering around average, if not slightly below it. So, when I think about it, I think I will sit at a 2.75 out of 5, just slightly below average for me. So 2.75 out of 5, which is definitely give this a try before you buy it. This may check boxes for you that it's not for me, but for the most part, I'm not overly impressed and probably not a repeat buy. So I would say give this a shot. Try it if somebody's got it. Make sure you have a pour. If you enjoy it, you're in luck. If not, move on to the many other cask strength whiskeys aged in bourbon. So 275 out of 5 is my final score here on the Aberlour Abuna Alba batch 1. Leave a comment. What is your opinion on Aberlour? Do you have an opinion on the Alba? Have you had this one before? Would love to hear your thoughts. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this dram and kick you on over to your malt musing, and we will see you next week here on Malt Muser Whiskey Reviews. Salon Show.